Hey, Vicki St. James here with my very special guest, Greg Holt, from Broadway to the Heartland, A Life in the Spotlight. Greg Holt's love affair with the stage began at the age of 7 when he stepped into the spotlight with the Yale Repertory Theater in Williamstown, Massachusetts, and he hasn't slowed down since. I love it. A proud graduate of the University of Denver, Greg earned his master's in directing and has since built a dynamic, decades spanning career as an actor, director, filmmaker, and arts leader. He's graced Broadway, appeared in 5 national commercials, and worked with acclaimed theater companies in St. Louis, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. A true creative force in the Midwest, Greg directed 38 productions for the Blackhawk Children's Theater and 43 shows at the Waterloo Community Playhouse and 13 productions at the Cedar Falls Community Theater thus far, where he currently serves as executive director of the historic Oster Regent Theater. Greg also previously led as artistic director at the Waterloo Community Playhouse and served as director of youth and drama ministry at First Congregational Church in Waterloo, proving that wherever there's a story to be told, Greg is ready to bring it to life. And now he's stepping onto the big screen. Catch Greg starring in the upcoming Donzilla Incorporated film Huskies, premiering at the Crossroads Marcus Theater tomorrow in Waterloo at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow being May 3rd. From coast to coast and cornfield to cornfield, from curtain call to camera lens, Greg Holt is the real deal, and he's here to share his journey. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you, Vicki. Good to be here.
Such a pleasure to have you here. So tell me, you've got a big role in this upcoming Donzilla Incorporated film Huskies. Give us the scoop.
Yeah, Don's been working on this one for quite a while. A lot of times he can put a film together just a month or two, but this one's been a couple years in the working.
Okay.
It's called Huskies. It's
Yes.
about basketball. My character is Conrad von Braun. He's the kind of villain, I guess you could say, of the movie, the one who everybody loves to hate, maybe. He runs the fancy Prairie charter schools and remembers fondly this team that he coached back in the day. And so he's always kind of ribbing this young lady who's taking on the other team, the public team, the Hamilton Huskies.
Okay.
And so she challenges him to a rematch, a tournament to get these 2 old groups of guys together to try to see who can one up the other one.
I love it.
There's a whole journey of them trying to get back into shape, but it's also to, just to prove still how great the private schools are and how, just those public school people just don't have it.
I love it. Oh, that is so much fun. And Bob Westerman and myself have the honor and pleasure of appearing guest starring in this film as ourselves.
That's right.
And it really, Don did not know, Don being Don of Donzilla Films, did not know that I went to private school and Bob went to public school. So this came out in the filming, and we're kind of doing this, back and forth, because I'm proud of my Catholic school heritage, and Bob is very proud of his public school. So it's fun. That's dynamic. You're going to love this film. I've still got free tickets. So you just get on the website right now at iowacorncountry.com and sign up there. Boom. You'll probably end up winning. I'm just saying. Okay. So without giving any spoilers, can you tease your favorite scene or moment in Huskies? Maybe one that fans will definitely be talking about when those credits roll.
There was one scene we filmed actually at the theater where we had 3 dancers on stage doing a ballet number, and I'm sitting up in the balcony and I'm kind of letting the young coach have it as much as possible, give little digs to her about, oh, you probably don't have college fairs at your school. But then also it was fun. There was one scene we shot at the women's club, which is supposed to be kind of a fancy dinner scene. And I got to come up to the table, and Don actually plays a character in the movie. And I got to get right close to him and, basically just give him the business about how he's too old, too slow, and he needs to stay home and not embarrass the family. Don't get back out and try to take on this grudge match game.
Right.
And I think that was a lot of fun, because normally Don would not just sit there and take it.
Don Chernagle, the star. Yes. And he owns Chernagle Insurance Agency on Falls Avenue in Waterloo. You know Don. Everybody knows Don. He played football for UNI until an injury took him out. God bless him. So yeah, he's the man. All right. How about this? Tell me, let's go back to your personal life when you were a child. What's your favorite childhood memory, Greg?
Well, that we were talking about how the first thing I did at age 7 on stage to get through.
Yes.
I'd done like my mom had put me into a drama class or something. So when they were looking for
Ooh.
a youth, they were doing a play called The Caucasian Chalk Circle, which is a really heavy play by Bertolt
Ooh.
Brecht, and they needed somebody to play the little kid in the movie who was being put into the Caucasian chalk circle, and one mother pulling on one side and one on the other.
Yes. Yes.
So, but I guess I must have stood out to this teacher because she goes, well, there's this one kid that's kind of a little over the top. And
Oh,
in the role because
I love it.
my drama teacher back when I was 7. So that was a lot of fun working with all those adults and kind of seeing the best theater actors at the time kind of do their thing, and that was very fun.
Yes, very, very, very fun. I love it. So tell me, aside from the movie, would you have a personal mission statement? And if so, what is that, Greg?
Yeah, I just try to fill every moment as much as I can. It's also called overtasking and jamming everything into one sort of thing. But
Right.
just striving every day to improve a little bit, to make the world a little bit better place.
Yes.
My goal is to try to be kind to others. And
Oh,
sometimes that's
yes.
difficult because I get caught up in just trying to push through. But
Of
it's good to come back
course.
and remind myself the very base, the very core, the best thing is to just strive to be kind to others.
Yes. Yes. Strive to be kind. That's beautiful. What are your pet peeves, Greg?
Pet peeves. I guess
Yes.
cars that don't stop for pedestrians. I feel like in
Right.
Madison, Wisconsin, you walk and the cars stop, and you're like, oh my gosh, but not in
Yes.
this area. They
Yes.
just zoom, they drive right by, and I'm like out running with my dog sometimes. I nearly get
Right.
run over by cars that
Of
will not stop.
course.
So I guess that's a pet peeve. But also, some people say, oh, I hate this author, like Stephen King. I hate Stephen King. And I go, oh, what have you read? Oh, nothing. And I go, okay,
Yeah.
try this ethnic food before you say I
Right.
don't like Thai food or whatever.
Yes.
So that's another mild
Yes,
pet
of
peeve.
course. I love Stephen King. I got to say this about Stephen King, his book on writing, his autobiography, and where he teaches everyone how to write. He is so humble. He says, here's my email address. If you are an emerging author, I'd love to see your work.
Nice.
Who does this?
No.
Nobody. Okay, so this big role in Huskies. Tell me, what drew you to the project?
Well, I've done other stuff before, and Don, he, a lot of times has me quote scripture passages, play ministers and things like that.
Okay.
So, this is just fun to kind of be somebody who is a little, a little different. It's a little bit bigger role.
Yes.
And just that the actors, the ones that we're working around, with Rebecca McCarty and Tom
Yeah.
Holland and those folks.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun to work with those people. It's a good team together,
right.
a good production team.
Right.
And I was even able to use 3 of our young girls that were in Shrek when I did Shrek. They sing the national anthem.
Oh, I love that.
Like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Oh, how precious. Yeah. That is beautiful. And Don's beautiful wife, Megan, is in the film as well.
Yeah.
That woman is a natural actress. She's just so natural. It's beautiful. I was absolutely blown away by the work she did in this film. So I can't wait to see her again in other films.
Yeah. She's done a couple films.
Oh,
yeah,
she has?
She
I was
was
going
in
to say,
Rudy's. I know she was in Rudy's that he did.
Oh, I have not seen Rudy's yet, but we'll be seeing Rudy's at the Oster Regent Theater on July 5th as well.
That's right. The 5th of July, we'll show both Rudy's and Huskies.
Both movies. That's right. I cannot wait. So tell me, do you have any new career-related endeavors, Greg?
Related endeavors. Well, I'm directing Hairspray this summer, so we're doing Hairspray.
Oh, I love
musical
Hairspray.
Hairspray. We actually have a movie camp also going on. So we're teaching 12 to 17-year-olds can come and kind of learn on how to what the ins and outs are of making a good movie. Whether it's the lighting,
they'll love
screenplay, those kind of key things that they're a lot different than just setting up your phone and taking a video of yourself. Some stuff that actually has some content to it.
Oh, to be a child again.
Yeah.
I would love to attend that. That is so cool. So do you have any cool summer plans, Greg? And if so, what are they?
Well, I am going to go to the Winnipeg Folk Festival this summer.
You are?
July.
Yeah. Yay.
That'll be fun. I've not been up to that before, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
good.
it. Oh my gosh, speaking of folk, did you see the new Timothy Chalamet film about Bob Dylan,
That
A
was very
Complete
good. Yeah.
Unknown? Did
He
you
did. Timothy Chalamet did a great job. I thought the
Yes.
woman that played Joan Baez did a really nice job.
Yes.
And I really, the music was great. Some of the criticism I've heard, people go, "Well, it's a music video," but I'm like, no, not really. I mean,
No.
it talks about this one little moment, or at least the beginning of Bob Dylan's career, and I feel like they did a nice job of
Yes.
bringing in a lot
Yes.
of story without it being documentary style.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I thought it was absolutely fabulous. I saw it on Christmas Day with my son Jonathan, and we
Very
both
nice.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you love folk music, and so
Yeah, I
the
play banjo. I'm a
yeah,
banjo player.
really, I did not know that. How
I could come play for
beautiful.
you sometime.
Yes, please do. Please bring it next time for our
Sure.
conversation in the video. Okay, so tell me, do you have a bucket list, Greg? And if so, what is on that list?
I don't know. Bucket list. That's a tough one. I feel like, of course, there's places I'd like to travel that I haven't seen
Yes.
and that kind of thing.
Yes.
But I guess I'd like to just keep continuing. I've got a lot of projects in my head of movies or playing music, or
Yes.
I enjoy playing senior softball with the old guys. Just be able to kind
Ooh.
of be able to keep doing some of that stuff.
I love
Be fun.
it.
And just add to that. So
Okay.
yeah, staying busy and working on projects.
There you go. So movies in the
And
future.
movies, yeah,
So
I've got
tell me about that.
movies in my head. I did one with Paco Rosic a couple of years ago. We did one
I
called
love
Without You.
Paco.
Without You. It's on Amazon Prime.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh, I gotta
that
get
one.
it.
That's right. And then I
Yes.
did one last fall. It was a short one with some of my students called the Go Between, TWEEN, about kind of the female version of Home Alone, where a girl's left
Oh,
alone with
how
her.
cute is
her
that?
So that was fun. And so I like doing different projects like this. I was talking to some guy this week who really wants to do something at the Oster Regent, where he wants to, because there's a lot of scary basement space in this old theater. The theater was
Ooh,
built 115 years ago, and he wants
yes.
to do a kind of a vampire kind of thing in some
Oh,
of these darker corners of the theater. So
yes.
that'd be fun.
Right. And the history of the Oster Regent could come to the screen.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
true.
gosh. I mean, the Von Trapp family singers,
Yeah,
they performed there.
right.
Not everyone realizes that. That is a very beautiful thing. And yeah, I mean, you've got so much history that you could work with, and how interesting to make it supernatural.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
that's pretty cool. So tomorrow, the film, well, the 3rd of May, for
Right,
those who are watching in retrospect, I'm sorry about that,
right.
but
Might have missed it,
tomorrow, yes,
but
tomorrow. Yes, and we say, Einstein said time is not linear, and so
that's
we're
right.
going to go with that whole thing. So tomorrow at the film, what can people expect?
Um, there's a lot of locations, a lot more than you might expect as things go
Ooh,
around. And
cool.
it's I'm hoping that it's the kind of film that people take some reward out of seeing. Ultimately, see the good battling evil, and kind of
Yes.
who
Yes.
ends up coming out on top. I won't do any spoilers, but yeah, just kind of come see the movie, get to know some of these characters, and enjoy the journey.
Right. And the genre. Speak to the
Right, the
genre.
genre. It's very much like a Rocky kind of sports kind of film. Um,
Yay.
yeah, there's Don and I have talked about a lot of basketball movies. I'm going, what's that movie that had Robbie Benson in it in
Yo.
basketball? And Don of course
Yeah.
knows all those. And then, but yeah, it's got like that championship season or any of those kind of movies about a team.
Right.
But this is kind of fun because it's this, instead of being a young tough team, it's about these old guys getting back into shape and trying to do the grudge match after all these years.
Right. And we have Mark Woodley, right?
And yeah, there's a lot. I mean, Dan Gable's in this movie.
Yes, Dan
Yeah.
Gable, Gary Rima.
Gary Rima.
It's
Yeah.
like, wow, a cast of stars. And of course, yours truly, Greg Holt. It's so exciting. I cannot wait to
And
see
Vicky's
it.
in it too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We had so much fun doing that. So we were told just bring 3 changes of clothing and we'll no scripting. You guys be you.
Right. Right.
I'm
So you
like,
could cover the 3 days of you talking about
yes.
this grudge match.
Right. And we had so much fun doing it. Again, I sure wish that Bob could be with us, but he's with his mama, taking care of mama in La Crosse, Wisconsin, who's had some health issues as of late. So God bless him. And we'll be thinking of him and praying for his mama. So yeah, Bob and I had a blast doing
That's good.
that. And we're so grateful to be included in this. And it's not just tomorrow, friends. It's July 5th at
Right.
the Oster
Get
Regent
back to it.
Theater. Yes.
Yes, and come see it then.
Yes, come see it then, and there's gonna
Yeah.
be a full bar.
I think there'll be
Too cool. I mean, I don't drink, but I know everybody does. So I'm sure they'll make me a cherry Pepsi
There
with
you go.
grenadine and cherries. That's what I typically
Yeah, you
drink.
can do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
grenadine.
So, okay. So what's the next step for you, career-related endeavor-wise?
Well, it's my third, going into my third year here now at the
Yes.
Oster Regent Theater, and we're
Yes.
continually trying to grow that program. We went from 5 plays when I got there. We're doing 8 plays now a year, and we're trying to bring in a lot of folks. Tonight, the Beaker Brothers are coming.
Yes, the Beaker
They're playing
Brothers.
Santana music, and
Oh,
we've got a new playwright festival that's coming up in a couple of
I
weeks, and we've got a
love
movie festival this
that.
fall. So we just try to
Yes.
keep the programming going and something for everybody. Several different types of theater camps. I mentioned the movie camp, but there's
Yes.
also some just drama camps for younger kids, music and drama and dance. And so yeah, just try to fill the content as much as we
Yes.
can, make there something for everybody, because it's the community theater is out of there. So we're trying to do something for
Yes.
everybody in the community. Whether you want to come see a
Yes.
show or be in a
Right.
show or help out
Right.
backstage or take classes, we've got the
Yes.
whole gambit.
The Cedar
Yeah.
Falls Community Theater, and they are rock stars.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. I love them so much. Okay, well, that's awesome. And where can our viewers or listeners find you on social media and the web?
Yeah, our web address at the theater is mycfct.org. And I'd like to give a shout out to my daughter, who also does a podcast.
Oh,
Her podcast is
yes.
called Heavyweight. Actually, Atlantic Magazine said it was the #1 podcast in the country a couple of years ago.
Oh,
It's with
yay.
Jonathan Goldstein. He's the main voice of the show, and then my
Okay.
daughter Kalila Holt. She's the producer. So Heavyweight.
Gotcha.
It was on Gimlet Media, and then it was on Spotify, and now they have Malcolm Gladwell's. It's called Pushkin. Malcolm
Oh,
Gladwell's network now. So,
sweet. I love it. Malcolm Gladwell is
yeah, he's excellent. Yeah.
amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very, very cool. Okay, so closing thoughts?
Yeah, it seems like movies are more and more people are making movies now, and it's possible
Yes.
to make movies now. So you can, I think I recommend everybody, with the apps you can get on your phone and stuff, just start filming stuff, putting it together, practice editing some
Yeah.
things, and it's kind of amazing what you can
Ooh.
come up with. And today's answer to the home movie that people used to like film all the time
Yes.
back in the 50s, 60s,
Yes.
70s. Now you can actually put together some pretty nice content on your phone with your own
Wow.
camera. So
That's
go for it.
so exciting. And what about improv classes?
Yep, we do have improv classes at the theater. Doug Shaw and I teach those for the most part. And Doug is actually going to be running a guerrilla improv theater show at the Hearst Center coming up in a couple
Ooh,
of weeks. And also it'll be
yay.
at the Oster later this summer. So that's just kind of a non-scripted show,
How
crazy fun,
cool is that?
free of charge. So yeah,
Yes.
come check it out.
Yeah, I have
Improv's a lot of fun.
one of my dear friends, Donna Bash, and you know Donna,
Yep,
she's a
yep.
sweetheart.
Mhm.
She speaks so highly of these classes.
Yep,
It's like
Donna's taking classes.
anyone can do it. You go in there, you just have fun. There are no expectations. And then maybe someday you'll decide to appear in a play.
Right, that's true.
Right?
A lot of people though, they just do the improv and they don't do plays. So
Okay.
there's that possibility too. And there's a lot of folks that go, "Oh, I need a script. I can't do improv." But that's what we're doing right now.
Yes, yes, we're
Improv's something
improving.
you do every day. You don't have a script. So
Improvise,
yeah.
improvise,
So it is
improvise.
fun, and it keeps you in the present. It forces you to like be
Oh.
right now and not be thinking and judging what you just did or what is going to happen. It just to really be doing improv right, you're just totally in the moment. So
I love it. And of my friends, I would say 3/4 of them say their bucket list item is to appear in a play, but they're scared. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I think that improv's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Mhm.
it's kind of quick and easy, and you don't have to take as much time. Like being in a play does take time.
Yes.
It's like 6 to 8 weeks, depending on the length of the
Right.
show, and so it's a lot of work.
Yes.
But I think that the fact that we do have that whole preparatory time
Yes.
helps people get ready. We're not throwing you on stage
No.
not knowing what you're
No,
doing. You're
of
going to
course
have
not.
time to learn your stuff. So we do have auditions regularly for shows.
Nice.
We've got one for Disney's Descendants coming up later this month.
Okay.
And so, yeah, come down,
Yeah.
try out, or just
try
watch
it
the
out.
tryout to kind of see what's involved in the
Yes.
process, so it's not so scary.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just dip your toe in there, give it a
Yeah.
go.
Dip your toe
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
And
that's really
Hairspray's all been cast.
Hairspray is
Yes.
cast. It's up in yeah, we're in rehearsals right now. That's going to be a lot of fun. We have a really good cast. I'm very excited about our cast. It's very
I
strong
love it.
singers and dancers and all that.
Ooh, that's going to be what a treat. I cannot wait for that. And when does that come to the stage?
Yeah, that'll be the middle of June. I think like the 12th of June to like the 20th of June, something like that.
Okay.
Saturday to the next following Sunday, 24th maybe. And yeah, that'll be Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays at 7 and Sundays at 2.
I
So,
love
again,
it.
go to mycfct.org.
Yes.
Check out the information there.
You have got an amazing schedule coming up for plays, and Koloff Media is honored to be one of the sponsors for A Christmas Carol coming up in December. We are so excited about that. Thank you for that opportunity.
And I may have to be in that one.
Ooh, yay. There you go. That would be wonderful. Well, that was my first play I appeared in. I was the ghost of Christmas Past. Your rise and come.
Well, maybe it's
maybe it's time. Yeah. And I was also in The Life and Death of Sneaky Fitch. And I'm sure you're familiar with that play.
I don't know that one too well.
Oh, you're not? Guess who starred in that you would know? On Broadway? Richard Marx.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love that. Richard Marx is like, oh, love him.
Yeah.
So everybody can be an actor. You have your inner actor, right, Greg?
Yeah, everybody's got characters inside
Yes.
holding down, and you're just choosing to show the audience, or you show the world, go about your life. You're showing them just one side of you.
Exactly.
But being an actor is tapping into those other things and letting them come out and play, and that's kind of fun.
Right.
At times to be, it's kind of freeing too.
Yes, freeing. Yeah. And for example, in Huskies, your character, in my opinion, is your alter ego.
Yeah. You're saying my alter ego is somebody who's a little more condescending. And,
well, that part of you is,
right. But yeah, usually,
because you're so sweet.
I would never,
you would never. I'm joking. Like this, I'm joking. You're the sweetest man in the world, and then to see you dissing someone,
I feel bad about it, and then afterwards I have to go. This wasn't. Don't take it personally.
Right.
Yeah, it is, on the other hand, kind of fun just to get in there, just get those.
Yes, just get the digs in. Bob and I, we had the best time doing it. So I can't wait to see it all to put together on screen tomorrow.
It's fun to see how it's edited up and all that.
Yeah. Yep.
You're doing your little scene and you're like, oh, that's not exactly how I remember.
Exactly. So any last thoughts?
No, not really. I just think, I think it's going to be a fun time for folks. And if they can't make it this Saturday, then or if it's sold out this Saturday, which I think it will be,
it's very close to selling out.
Come on the 5th of July.
Yes, 5th of July at the Oster Regent Theater. Full bar, 2 films, Rudy's and Huskies. You're going to love it. All right. Thank you so much, Greg, for being with me today. It's been such a pleasure.
Yes.
All right. Bye-bye.